Hey, what up, though, JK? Welcome to the Dog Pound. All the
What's
guests.
up, man?
I'm good, man. How you been?
Hey, I'm good. Weather's looking pretty nice. It's kind of unusual now, man. Like you
Yeah.
can set the clocks ahead on me, and
Yeah.
wow, like it ain't dark outside no more. So, hey, what's going on?
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. It's a beautiful thing. When spring come, the summer come, man, I'm so happy. I hate the cold weather. I'm still out here in Michigan, so I done got older now. I ain't as hardcore as I used to be. I done got soft. So that winter be breaking me down.
$89, dog.
$89 what?
Detroit to San Diego, one way,
For
$89.
For how long? Hey, look, our special guest is in the queue too. Let's bring him on. A guy I know real good, Mr. Bryan Vera.
I'm a, What's up, Bryan? What's
Hey
going
man,
on?
thank you guys for having me on, man. How you guys been?
Man, we've been good, man. We've been good. JK keep me
There you
motivated.
go. I remember spawning with you, K9, back in the day.
Yeah, hey, you hear that?
Yeah,
How did the sparring go? Everybody want to know like how the sparring went with me and Vera.
it was some rough work. It was some rough work.
What-
You're tough and quick, man. No, it was good. It was good.
say the last part again. You said I was what? Quick?
Yeah, you were good, quick, boy. Strong.
Thank you. They don't think I'm quick though. They think I'm slow. Some guys
It's a sneaky quick.
sneaky quick. You hear that?
Yes,
Sneaky
sir.
quick. Yeah, that's good, man. You do it. I know. I appreciate that work. We got some good work though, man.
Oh yes, sir.
You helped me out a whole lot that day because I needed somebody that was durable and that was gonna bring it, and you brought it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man.
You
Thank
down
you.
there
Dude.
sparring with Andy Lee at the time, wasn't you?
Yeah, I was, man. I went down there for 3 weeks, I believe it was. And
Okay.
I think Edwin Rodriguez also was one of the guys. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. So what's going on nowadays? I know you trying to get that third fight with I was reading with Julio Chavez Jr., right?
Yeah, I am, man. I got with Chris Trady out of Boston like last year, and
Okay.
he got me a couple wins, and I signed a 2 year contract with him.
Okay.
And he's talking to some of his people. So if
Yeah.
we handle business here in a couple weeks, then they're gonna try to set it up. So, and I feel like I'm ready, man. So I've been in the game for a long time. So this is like my last little run.
Yeah. At last little run. That's right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You know what? I want to see you do good, man. I want to see you
Yes,
handle
sir.
your
Thank
business.
you.
Hey, JK, go ahead and talk to him, man. I got a lot of things I want to talk to him about this week, but you the one got to go.
No. I brought him on because I knew you two, had a history, and I've been trying to get Bryan on for a while. I knew he was trying to, do his thing, and he had a fight. I was talking to Bob, and Bob told me, well, Bryan's got a fight coming up, and I'm like, well, hey, let's get him on the show.
Yeah.
Bryan, who is your opponent?
I don't know too much about him. He's 12-1. I forget his name to be honest with you, but he looks like a decent guy. He don't have very much experience, but he's out of that area. He's out of the Boston, Massachusetts area,
Okay.
and so he's a guy that will put me right back with a Chavez Jr. or something. So, but by looking on YouTube and stuff, man, he just doesn't. He don't seem like he's gonna be able to hang in there. But you gotta prepare yourself for everybody the same. So I'm getting ready. I know he's long. He's long and rangy though. Tall, long guy.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. I know you're gonna
Yes,
be
sir.
ready, so that's all that matters. Like I said, you a veteran, man.
Yeah,
When you fought, I ain't gonna lie, when you fought Andy Lee, I thought Andy Lee was gonna get you, boy, mop you up the place. You know what I'm saying? Mop the place up with you, boy. And that to me is like one of your greatest victories, because Andy Lee became a world champ, and Andy Lee was one of the hardest sparring partners I ever had in my life.
yeah. He's a lot. He's a lot smarter than people are giving credit for. I got him. I got him to get in a war with me. And I think that's what happened. Instead of him, he boxed me the second time we fought, and he won a 12-round decision. The first fight, I got him to get into a brawl with me, and that's where he got in trouble.
Exactly. So he got smarter the second time.
Yeah, but he is very technical and smart there. He's very he's sharp.
Yes. So you like to fight people over and over again, the same person, because you fought them twice. You fought Julio Chavez twice. You might fight him a third time.
Yes,
You
sir.
don't mind getting in there and mixing it up with somebody you don't fought before.
I fought Soldier Moore twice. Yeah, I don't know, man. They always, I think what happens is they fight me and they think that I wasn't supposed to win. So when I do win,
Yeah.
of course they want to do it again. So I guess it makes some good fights.
That's good. I hope you make them I hope you make them pay you more.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to pay, yes, sir.
Now, so how many fights you done had? Now I'm trying to figure out, have you passed my record with fights?
Shit, what am I now? 29 and 16. So it's been a lot. It's been a lot of fights.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out. So what's that? 30,
45.
That's
37.
40, 45. 39.
45.
29 and 16, that's 45.
45 fights.
Okay, 45 fights. And I got 37, 6, and 1. So I got 43, 4. Oh, you done passed me in fights. Boy,
Man.
you doing it.
And you stayed busy too. You had a lot of fights.
That's what I'm saying. Absolutely. Yeah. So you say your fight is what day again?
We're gonna fight on the 17th of next month.
Oh wow.
Oh shit, right around the corner. I've been getting ready for about 8 weeks now, so I'm ready to fight, man. I wish it was next weekend.
Right. And so everybody want to fight on the same day. You know, that's the same day that I got a fighter that's fighting Ben Askren against Jake Paul.
Oh yeah. You been working with Ben Askren?
Absolutely. Yeah, I've been training him.
How's he looking?
He's looking good. You know, he's catching on. So it takes, it's taking a little time because, he's a wrestler.
Yeah, he's a wrestler, right? Yeah.
Wrestler. So, I'm working, getting better and better. Yeah, Tony Harrison is fighting that same day too. I just found out. So it's a lot of people fighting on the 17th, boy.
Yeah, they're starting to pick up shows again, man, and keep busy with the whole COVID thing. I think messed things up. So
yeah. I hate though, Bryan, that everybody got to fight on the same day. Like, okay, I want to see your fight, but then I'm at a fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Crazy. Like, can we all get along?
Yeah, man. Right.
Yeah.
Everybody's just trying to stay busy right now, so everybody's trying to get it while they can.
Yep. Hey, it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, how's boxing looking in Detroit?
Oh, for Detroit? Oh man, it actually nobody's fighting right now in Detroit.
Okay.
The governor, we got a new governor, man, and she ain't playing. Whatever she say goes, and so I don't think she's opened the door for the fights yet.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. We'll know something soon, I guess. But I've been out of Detroit. I've been going other places. You know what I mean? I've been training, like I said, I've been training being in Milwaukee. So I've been traveling and trying to get away. Yeah,
100%.
And I found out, if you want it, you got to go. You can't be where you at. You know what I mean?
You can't sit still. All right.
Yeah, you got to go get it.
You got to go get it. Yes, sir.
Right. So you had to go get it. If you would have stayed where you at, where you from?
Austin, Texas. But, obviously I went to Houston, Texas with Ronnie Shields.
Yeah.
And then I went to Bruce Blair in Philadelphia. I went to different training camps because I couldn't just stay here, man. Yeah. I got too much shit here. And then, I'm from here, so it's kind of it's best to get away.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Stay focused and things like that.
So you gotta get away. If you don't get away, you ain't gonna make it to see another day. You gotta get away.
No, you gotta just stay in the mud. Yeah, you gotta make a move.
Yeah. How old are you now?
Shit, I'm 39 now.
39. You a young 39? How you feel? Do you feel like
I feel great. I feel good. Like I was a new trainer named Flacco at Texas, and I just, I don't get in those brawls like I used to. I try to box more and things like that. Of course, I still have it in me to bang it up, but I feel a lot sharper. I'm a veteran of the game now, so I feel great, man. It's I took a little break as well, like about a year off, so things like that.
Rest your body. That's a good thing.
Rest your body and bring it back. Let your mind get right. Yeah. You've been through it. When you get in the 40s and shit, things start changing.
That's right. Who's training you right now?
I'm with a guy named Flacco out of Austin, Texas, but he's from Mexico. But he had a guy named Jesus Chavez. I don't remember. He's a world champion.
Yeah. I remember him. Yeah, the game.
And
I know has
yeah.
yeah, definitely.
And then Marco Antonio Rubio, he had those guys. So he's a good trainer, man. So he's got me real focused right now. And a couple of these guys that I was working with, I didn't respect them. So it's hard to
Yeah.
it's hard to train with somebody that you feel like you know more than shit like that. You know, you got to be able to respect the trainer and listen to everything they say. So right now, that's where we're at.
I got you. Yeah, I mean, is there anything new that he's teaching you? Because it's like you know when you've been around the park and you know a whole lot, you don't saw some everything. Is there anything that he actually can teach you that's new? I mean, is he teaching you anything new?
He is, man. The main thing he's teaching though is drilling the hands high. Like you know, how you keep your hands on your chin, but he has it to where Mexican style. They put it up high, and it's actually really effective, man. Because when you do drop it, you drop it to the chin. But if you have it on the chin, you drop it low, and that's where you get in trouble. So he has to be real technical right now, and I got to give it to him. He's got me looking sharper, I feel like, than I ever have, and obviously not get hit as much, and counter and things like that. So yeah, he stepped my game up. So I'm gonna try to get a couple more good fights in me and then be done.
Right.
Can't do it forever.
No, you can't. So the goal is to fight Chavez. You know, that's the goal, to get that last fight with you and him, because y'all 1-1, right?
We're 1-1. So yeah, I would love to do it again. And shit, I feel like I beat him, and we can do it again if he wants to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I definitely want that fight, man.
Who are you sparring? Are you sparring with somebody that I would know right now?
There's a couple of guys here up and coming. There's nobody that's like a veteran like myself. So, but they're giving me good work, man. There's some guys here that, like I said, no big names. The good names that are here right now in Austin, Texas, are kind of like smaller guys, like 125, 120, and shit like that. So, but I'm getting some decent work. There's a guy named Eddie Ortiz from San Antonio that comes down and gives me decent work. He's a southpaw though, so we haven't been using him very much, being that we're fighting right-hander. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got you. Any work is better than no work, but if
100%.
Fighting an orthodox fighter, you definitely don't need to see a southpaw too much.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. That's good, man. You know, hey, I don't want to hog up all the questions and all that, JK.
No, I'm kind of sitting back enjoying you guys. You guys, you know, I mean, you know, like you say, Bryan's got 45 fights. You know, you're still getting in the ring. You're gonna have another fight soon. So, you know, it's
you get ready to go again too?
Yeah. I actually fought in November.
Oh hell yeah, man!
Yeah, November. Yeah. These young pups, man, ain't really got nothing on us. We know we smart.
No. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Just gotta know who to pick, when to pick, when to fight and all that kind of stuff. You know, so the main thing is really to know what you're up against. Like, you know what I mean, and pick your fights right. You know the game. You ain't no.
My bad, James. I didn't mean to cut you off, man.
No, man. But you know, my thing. I know you won another fight with Chavez, but is Chavez still a good opponent? You know what I mean? First of all, do you think he'd show up for the fight? I mean, you know, he might be calling you, you know, the day before and say, hey, man, you know, like I can't make the fight, amigo. And
he might be getting on that shit.
I didn't want to say it, but you know, since you threw it out there, you know, I'm gonna feel it. Yeah, you know. So,
I just think that at this point in our career, I think I'd be able to beat him, knock him out, and do all of that. But yeah, like you said, it had to happen to where he just needs to show up, because you just never know with him, man.
Yeah, it's like, you know. Right. See, I might have had a great night last night with, you know, with a plant. You know?
Right.
So,
or some other shit.
Yeah. You know, you know, I might just go white. You know, you know, you know. I mean, hey, you know, but it is what it is, man. But you know, so how do you stay motivated? I mean, I know, K9's got a family, he's got a son that he trains and whatnot. How do you stay motivated, man, and keep yourself, you look like you're in great shape, man. I mean, how are you on weight, on point?
Yeah, I'm just I was sitting around 5 pounds from 168. So, I used to walk around close to 190, 195, and it hurt me at the end. So now, as I've gotten older, I got smarter about it, and I just live my life way different than I did at the beginning of my career because I party a lot and getting caught up with fools and getting a lot of different girls and bullshit like that. But now, I got a fiance and things like that, and then my brother's looking up to me. I got family around here and friends and stuff, and I just don't want to be that bad image. I want to look good, and and then when you're doing that, I'm able to train a lot of people and make my money on the back end as well because people trust me and they're not like Bryan's a fool and all that. So just all the way better around life now. You know what I mean? The way I'm living. So
that word trust comes in there. People trust you now.
Right. Yes,
and that makes a big difference. And guys know that if Bryan says something, then Bryan's going to do it. It's not, so trust and business go hand in hand. Plus, you've been in the business for a long time. You kind of like K9, you guys have been around, and you're almost to the point in your career now to where you're icons. You're not just boxers. You have, you have guys that are coming up in the amateurs. For you guys, this is probably the last generation that's going to really remember, the Contender and things like that. I mean, because now you got, everything is instant. You got YouTube. You have a fight today, it's on YouTube tomorrow. If not, if not tonight, after the fight is over. And so. How did you adjust, to this new social media and stuff like that, man?
Oh man, at first it was crazy to me. Now I understand how people are making money and things like that. So now I just try to use it to my advantage and put positive things out there and try to, I've got sponsorship through Facebook and things like that. So now I just try to use it to benefit myself. Rather than be on there putting all kinds of crazy bad shit, drinking and all that, So I think at the beginning of it, I didn't really look into it too much, but I'd see pictures of myself out there drinking beer and shit, and like people looking at me like, you can do all that, but don't do it and put it out there like that. That's not a good look, so it's not a good image, and
don't be Adrian Broner.
No, exactly. Yeah, he do. That fool's over there making videos with girls and shit. Like, come on.
Yeah.
And that stays with you forever because it's on, it's on that platform. All you gotta do is look it up.
Everything. Image is everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Paying attention. Like you say, you can mess your money up. Somebody might want to sponsor you.
Yeah, exactly. I've lost something like that in the past, so I told myself, man, I'm not gonna mess around with that no more. So it's and I train people in Austin now, so I got about 20 clients. They're looking up to you too, and they're paying you good money to work around things like that. So they don't want to be with no knucklehead. You know what I mean? So it's just
exactly.
Just better life,
yeah. Hey, I be training people too, man, and I really enjoy doing what I do.
Oh, 100%. Don't you think it helps your own game? You it keeps your mind in it.
Exactly.
It just keeps you sharp.
Yeah.
So 100%.
How you gonna tell somebody to do something you ain't doing?
Exactly. That's what I tell you.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So you say you fight next week, and where the fight gonna be at?
Mine's in 3 weeks on the what is it, the 17th. It's gonna be in Worcester. Worcester. Where is it? Worcester or something like that? It's at the New England Sports Center.
Okay.
That's Connecticut. Is that
Connecticut?
Yeah.
I think it's called I think it's like a part of Connecticut, like Worcester or something like that.
Yeah. Well, isn't that wait a minute? Isn't that where Marvin Hagler's from?
I think it's on the little outskirts of Boston.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a while since I've been to Boston, but I know it's like I think it's Dorchester is part. Dorchester might be up a little bit further, but Worcester.
Worcester is what it is.
Yeah. So, man, I've been talking to K9. He lives back there in that refrigerator. I moved away from the refrigerator. I decided that it was time for me to go in the fruit crisper. Keep the vegetables nice and crisp, and the sunshine. You got sunlight. Nice cool air blowing through the drawer and whatnot. So I moved out here to San Diego. So,
hell yeah, it's nice out there.
So K9, he lives in Detroit and he's boxing in Florida, and I don't know if he's been to Mississippi yet, but I know he's been to Florida. He's going down there to fight. But he's also training Ben up in Minnesota. So how's it for you?
Milwaukee.
Oh, Wisconsin. Okay, I'm sorry. Wrong state. I'm sorry. So all you people out there in Milwaukee, hey, I'm sorry, made a mistake, but if you got it before, anyway. So what's it like training down there in Austin and then having to go up to Worcester to fight? It's gonna be a little chilly.
Yeah, it is. And I went there last year twice at the end of the year, by back-to-back months. I didn't fight nobody. I got 2 first-round knockouts, so I kind of got familiar where we're fighting at. Built up a couple fans. But that guy that I'm fighting is from the area, so it's going to be tough, man. But shit, I'm up for the challenge, man. I think I'm going to knock him out and on to hopefully Chavez. I'm getting ready. You know what it is, Ken. We get prepared and it don't matter where or what. Just get ready and handle business.
Right. Are they bringing you in as the A side? Are you supposed to be the one to win the fight or what?
Yeah, it's so I got with Chris Wright. He's a promoter over there, and another promoter has the other guy. So it's almost like promotion against promotion. So it's one fighter against the other fighter, but so there's no A side. I don't think, man. To be honest with you, he's from over there, so he probably have more people there, but. It's 2 promoters fighting each other, so that's kind of the plus side about it, because I don't think anybody's gonna be getting any kind of edge. You know what I mean? So
that's good. That's good, because you know how that boxing is, man. It be in the game. You can win the fight, but the fight ain't shown on TV, ain't live. They can say the winner is the other guy because you the B side versus the A side.
Honestly, I'm getting ready to put his ass out, so we ain't got no worries. He gonna be there. I'm gonna try to get him out of there. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, absolutely. Now, how many knockouts do you have?
We actually got a guy on here that says he's from he says the 508. That's his town. DJ Georgie Porgy.
Oh, from Austin?
No, he's from Worcester.
Oh, okay, yeah, no. I see what you're saying right here. Okay, see, that's my town. I see him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you never know where our audience is coming from.
Right. DJ Georgie.
Yeah, Georgie Porgy be on here all the time though. He pay attention. He know his fighters.
He knows his fight game. He knows the fight game.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. So what? So let me ask you, who was your toughest opponent so far?
Damn. It's hard to say because I damn fought everybody. Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
You know, it was really tough when I was 27 when I fought James Kirk on HBO. Only because I didn't know how to handle that pressure yet.
Yeah.
And I did well. Yeah. I did well at times, but for me, it was just like it was so fast paced, and that little motherfucker was in shape, so he was coming. Yeah. And I think that was
and Wolf was in his corner.
Yes.
I remember that.
That was when he was 28-0 with 26 knockouts. He was on his way, man. But obviously, yeah. But shit, I thought I held my own in there, but I just felt like it was tough because that motherfucker wouldn't let me breathe.
Yeah. Jay Kirkland at that point in time, man, he was a monster. He was knocking down.
He was a killer, man. But fighting like that for too long, though, obviously it happened. Things turn like it has, man. He getting hit so much and things like that. Just a lot of wear and tear on your head and your body, right? I mean,
yeah. That's true.
But
That's
not
true.
that not that I don't fight kind of like that. No, I'm trying to be trying to box more these days. But
yeah. But when you go ahead. My bad, James.
No, I was going to ask you. We always ask the fighters when they come on. What type of health things are you going to have to go through? Is there going to be COVID testing? What's the procedures for your fight? I know you still don't have live audiences yet because you're not in Texas. You're in Mass. So
yeah. Well, I fought there during COVID. My last 2 fights were during COVID, so we got COVID tested, and they did allow 30% capacities. But on this fight, they're going to allow 60%. So it
okay.
should be a pretty good crowd, man. So yeah, it's the last 2 fights I had out there were during COVID season or whatever. So they just follow the protocols, get tested, and then
Now, is there any protection for you guys against the crowd?
everybody has to. They all got to wear their masks. Everybody got
Okay.
to wear a mask, and then of course the fighter doesn't have to wear it, but the cornerman and everybody that's around there got to wear it. The referee. The only people not wearing masks are the fighters.
Okay.
So that's about the only thing. But yeah, the crowd, there's social distancing, and like I said, the capacity is not full. And then, but you know how some knuckleheads are gonna be in there not wearing no mask, trying to.
But now, K9 posed a question last week, about the referee with the mask. Now you fought there a couple of times. Did you have any trouble hearing the referee or misunderstand his intentions?
No, I really did, man. But the last two guys I fought there, I knocked them out in the first round, like a minute and a half. So I didn't get no chance. I didn't get no chance to hear too much.
The only thing you heard the referee say was 10. Right,
Yeah,
that was that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, maybe you wasn't the one I should have asked that. I don't know, but
so
K9, you were talking about that though.
Yeah. No, what I want to ask you, like, what do you think that is your best access when it comes to stopping a guy? Do you think it's your power, or do you think it's your pressure, or do you think it's a combination of both of them?
I think it's a combination of both. I've always when I settle down and I hit somebody with my right hand I think is the best thing I have. But
okay,
now that I've gotten older and I keep my composure more and I catch them. Yeah. And then of course afterwards I kind of know what to do. You put that pressure and you do it smartly, not crazy and wild.
Yeah.
And set them up and you don't panic if you don't get rid of them. Like I think in the past, if you don't get rid of them like you want to, you tend to panic and freak out and be like, "Damn, I threw my load out." But now we learn how to sit back a little bit and think about the situation. If he's making it through, then we break him back down. But you don't just throw the whole load out, right? I mean, you gotta think about what you're doing. Yeah.
So now we are in the end stages of our career.
Yes.
What is your plan B? I mean, are you going to train fighters? Do you decide you want to manage fighters? You want to start promoting fighters? I mean, what are you doing other than just boxing? What are you, setting up for the future?
Yes, we're setting up. We got a nice little gym here in Austin, and a lot of people I train are not so much fighters. Though I have a lot of big money clients that just want to get in shape, and so right now it's doing real well for me. But I don't know how long that'll last. But that's another thing, man. It's like I said, they can trust me now. People, they can rely on me. In the past, you couldn't rely on me because I'd say, meet me at the gym at 7 in the morning on Saturday. I'd be like, hell no. I tell them, yeah, but of course I wouldn't be there now. I'm more responsible and shit like that. So that's where your money's at. I don't want to lose that. So man, it's doing things like that is where I'm at, man, right now.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. You got any kids? You married?
No, I got a fiance right now, man. No, I don't know how I got no kids, but she has a couple kids, man. So I've been I don't know if it's lucky or God just don't want me to have no kids. Right?
You plan on having any though, or what?
Yeah. I've got a couple girls that were pregnant, things like that, and had abortion or miscarriage. And I don't believe in abortion, but you know how it goes. They're mad at me about something.
Right.
Yeah, so no, I'm planning on. Hopefully, it happens, man. I've been with this for 3 years, so we've been doing real well, and we're trying to figure things out. We're moving in a new house right now, so right now we sold one house and we're like I'm in a hotel right now until next week. We're moving to a new house. So right now we're all over the place, man. Shit's
Yeah.
crazy.
Is she supportive of your career?
Yes, very much so, man. Very much so. She stays in shape with me too, like goes out there and runs with me and stuff. But yeah, she's all about it, man. She got my back, and that's a big thing. Because I used to have girls that didn't have my back,
Yeah.
and that's a pain in the ass. That can make or break you.
Yeah. Yeah. So you at home, let's just say you at home right now, and it's a Saturday, and you
Yes,
want
sir.
to see a fight right now. Who you want to see fight right now that you would love to see right now that was boxing, that's boxing right now? If you ain't fighting, who would it be that you would want to see that's actually fighting right now? Who fight?
They all just that I want to watch.
Yeah, you want to watch right now. If
Um,
anybody you can see right now that's currently boxing, who would you want to see fight each other?
Man, I would like to see that kid just recently that fought Virgil Ortiz is a good one,
Yeah,
man, out of
yeah.
Texas. I'd like to see him fight Crawford. I don't know if he's ready for it, but I think it'd be fun.
Right. Yeah. That will
I,
be a great one.
I think that'd be a fun fight to watch, man.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
wouldn't want to see Errol Spence and Terence Crawford?
Yeah, that one too. I was about to say that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be a real good one. That'd be even better actually. Shit.
Right. You
Well,
know,
they do a lot of talking with each other too, I believe, right?
yeah, absolutely.
They go back and forth. Yeah, that'd be a good one actually.
Right. I think that Virgil Ortiz is actually the future in the welterweight division. I think
Yes.
you should let those guys fight each other or let those guys outgrow that division and then just take over because it's right
Yeah.
there for them.
Yep. 100%.
Yep. Just got to really be patient. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had trouble with patience for a long time. Right?
Right.
Their patience in boxing goes a long ways.
Absolutely. So if they offered you a fight in a bare knuckles or the UFC and it was good money, would you go and do it?
Yeah, well, my half brother's name is Leonard Garcia. He just fought last week on the bare knuckle
Yeah.
at 165 pounds. So I've actually got called on it a couple times, and I accepted, but they turned it down. I
Okay.
guess the other guy got hurt. So yeah, I would do the bare knuckle, man. You know,
Yeah.
it's I don't think UFC because I don't know any of that ground stuff, but I would definitely do the bare knuckle just standing up.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
weird. What about yourself? Would you do it?
oh yeah. Bare knuckles, I definitely do it
I
because
do it too.
yeah, they ain't real. Most likely, I'll be fighting a guy that's not a real fighter. And,
Exactly.
and when you actually a fighter and you already knocking guys out with 10 ounces on, imagine
Yeah.
hitting somebody with your hands. Oh man.
If anything, we're gonna hurt our hands. Shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's definitely good. You look like you in real good shape, though. You looking like the same Vera I've been knowing.
Man, I'm at my best right now. Like I said, just I think with the age, I got smarter, man. In the past, I would gain all this weight, bring it down. Now I keep myself around 175, 180, and
Yeah.
try to stay solid. You know what I'm saying? So I feel great, man. So I appreciate being able to see that.
Oh yeah. I see it. They look like you looking like you'll take somebody. Boy, what weight class are you fighting at?
We're gonna fight this at 168.
Oh, 168. Okay.
168. So well, same thing I did the contender back in the day.
Yeah. You fought on it, so you fought on the contender.
Yeah, I did. I lost to Jadon Condriton at 170.
Oh,
Yeah, 168. Yeah.
oh, yeah. Oh man, I gotta go watch that. Do you think
Yeah.
the contender was like the greatest reality show ever?
Man, it was badass. I liked it, bro. It was badass. I thought,
Yeah.
it gave everybody a real look at what was going on and things like that. So I
Yeah.
think if anything, it brought a lot of fans that weren't fans of boxing, so they could kind of see the people and see who they are, and then they're real. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think it was good.
Who would you say, other than yourself, because you should always say you number one out of anybody, who would you say other than yourself as the pound for pound best fighter in the world right now, today? Or give me your top 5, top 10.
Yeah, man. I give it to old Canelo and them. Who's came to his own is the Charlo brothers. I was a training camp for them for 5 years.
Yeah.
I spar both of them a couple hundred rounds apiece.
Yeah.
But I think they're coming into their own right now. And they're becoming some of the best fighters right now as well.
Yeah.
And then you got man, you got so many. Terence Crawford's another good one because he's just so mentally tough, right? He's just a dog.
Mm-hmm.
and guys like that. There's so many of them that I look, I admire the way they fight. So,
Yeah. What about in the lightweight division, the 135, 140, 147? Who you think is the man? You think it's Gervonta Davis? You think it's Ryan Garcia or Teofimo Lopez? Do you even watch that weight class?
yeah, I do. Teofimo Lopez is a beast, boy.
Yeah,
Because he's so well rounded. Like he box, he can hit, he's slick, he can do it all. But then you have Ryan Garcia is another tough one. He may have a less chin than everybody else. I don't know.
yeah.
And Gervonta Davis is strong as hell, right? Just strong, man.
Yes, he is. Absolutely.
Dude, man. So yeah, that's a good division though. That's a fun division to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you think that boxing is missing teachers? I mean, it's like it's not any more great trainers anymore. It's like people just go out there and do Mayweather style. You just see them, blah, 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 pity pat. Nobody's really teaching the sweet science anymore. Yeah.
100%. Like I was Ronnie Shields for 5 years.
Okay.
And Ronnie's probably one of the last good teachers, I believe, man, because he teaches the fundamentals.
Yeah.
Fuck getting hit, moving your head, and like he was your former world champion as well. But I think guys like we need more guys like him that teach the basics. They're not about that little flashy ass Mayweather stuff.
Yeah.
Hold on, Bryan. Were you with Ronnie when K9 fought was Jamal?
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. I was going to
No, I came right after that.
Okay.
Wait. When did you fight Jamal?
I fought him in 2015.
Was I with him right there? Yeah, man, I was with him. I
remember. I think at the time, at that particular time, Ronnie was doing the Sunday show with me, and I think he had a lot of you guys in the gym at that time.
Yeah,
Irislandia, I think was still in it. It was still he was training Irislandia at the time.
Yeah.
Who else? He was training the kid. I think that fights out of Louisiana now. Young black kid. I think he fought I think he fought around 135, somewhere around there. But anyway, I was wondering because I knew that there was a lot of things in Ronnie's camp and a lot of chirping concerning that fight with K9.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if you was in the camp, that.
No, I wasn't there. Maybe I even left. I don't think I was with Ryan from 2010 to 2015, possibly. And if you fought around then, I might have just left.
Okay. Yeah,
I may have, or I was just not in training camp at the time. Because I always came back to Austin and I'd go back for training for my fights. But then I'd go back home. So I didn't just stay there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But both brothers were with Ronnie then, right? That was before one with you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
How did Jamal? Would you fight Jamal or Jamel?
No, I fought Jamal. I lost to Jamal. Yeah, it was Jamal. It was the bigger one.
Yeah, he got a good jab. I sparred a lot with him.
Okay. Yeah, he's strong guy. He caught me no excuses, but he caught me at the right time. I had got my ribs injured. I was sparring with Anthony Durrell. So I went with a bruised rib, and you can't go in there injured and go in there with a guy that can actually fight.
No, it's gonna be in your mind the whole time as well. Yeah, it's just tough to.
Exactly, and you just can't. You ain't able to have a good camp. Like I didn't have a good camp because of that.
No, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, the fight is won in the gym. That's when the fight is won. I lost the fight in the gym, so I was in trouble when it was time to get in the ring.
Yeah, and you're right though, because I've had those too where I had a bad training camp and you take it to the fight with you. You getting your ass tore up in the gym or whatever because you're hurt or whatever.
Yeah,
you don't go into the fight with no confidence, man. So it's like you want to go in there, 100%.
Absolutely, yeah. Yep. Then I had the little hair gear you wear. I'm wearing the Mexican hair gear, so I had to wear that because I had just got cut from my head.
Wear the bar.
Yeah, with the bar. So now I'm not able to see punches coming. So when I finally get into the fight, I take the bar off, the hair gear off, and now I can't even react to punches because I wasn't able to react in sparring.
That's the downside of that bar, man. That bar,
Yes,
and you don't really care so much about getting hit because that bar is taking a lot of it away. So it's like
exactly,
you
exactly.
want to you want to be getting hit so you can realize you don't want to get hit. Shit.
There you go. There you go. Yep, yep. But I mean, for those guys that's used to wearing it, probably ain't none of them they used to it. But when you
Yeah.
try it the first time and you older and you ain't used to doing it and your life is on the line, oh man, it's too late to be trying to learn. You better
Yeah,
learn.
it's too. Can't teach your old dog new tricks. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Hey, for real. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's real. That's real. I'm happy that he got you on the show though, because he said Bryan Vera. I'm like, not the Bryan Vera I know.
Yeah, he said he's still fighting.
Right. You was
I
supposed to be last week. What happened? You was caught up.
Say it again.
You was supposed to be coming on last week.
Oh yeah, I don't know. He had mixed me up with a couple of interviews, and I got y'all mixed up with some other people because I've done like 4 or 5 so far. And
Okay.
I want to say I thought y'all were gonna be somebody else, and then it fell apart. But it might have been my fault, man. I'll be honest with you, but I'm not the one who was setting it up. Somebody else was sending me the messages and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
my bad, guys. If I did that, I didn't even know I did that.
No, you good. You good. Where you staying at now?
I'm staying in Austin, Texas.
Oh, you still stay out there? Okay, that's good. You gotta be doing good, boy. You can afford to stay out there, boy. It ain't staying where it's hot at.
It's a pretty penny. He said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, man, California too.
Yeah, same thing.
Y'all spoiled. UNJK spoiled.
A lot of California people move here to Austin.
Oh wow.
Well, they moved there because of the taxes. I mean, that's what. I mean that's one thing. I think Texas, Florida, a lot of those states they don't have state income tax. Here in California, you're gonna get taxed if there's a tack on your shoe. But then again, I get to look at the ocean every morning, so it's a trade off. The chances of me seeing snow out here, I would be highly insulted after moving from Pittsburgh and then snowed in San Diego. So
get the hell out of here.
I can go up and see Abel Sanchez and Big Bear if I want to see some snow out. It's remarkable. You and K9 have had some very long lasting careers, and to see you two guys kind of meet back up. K9, I thought you knew he was on the Contender.
No, you know what? I probably saw when he was on the Contender, but then the Contender, man, they don't do a good job bringing it back.
What season was that, Bryan?
I was ESPN season right after you, K9. I think you were the first one.
Yeah.
I was on the next one. I believe it was maybe the third, but it was an ESPN season.
Yep. No, that was the best ones. Were to me were the ones that was on ESPN. I remember that fight though. I don't remember that. You fighting?
I fought Jadon, but I was fighting hard, and he just caught me. He caught me in the middle of the fight, man. He was a big boy at the time.
Hey, and let you know I ain't no hater, because if I was a hater, I would have remembered that. I didn't remember that. Let you know I got love for you.
Much love, bro. Yeah. But it was good. It was a good experience, man, because it put all of us guys who are on Contender, put us out there a little bit.
Yeah,
it kind of boosted our careers, whether we lost or not.
Yeah,
I think
it gave you a name. Yeah.
Scully has those fighter reunions, man. You guys from the Contender should actually think about like putting together a Contender reunion.
Yeah,
I want to say they tried to do something like that, but they couldn't get in contact with everybody. Is what I heard, but.
But you got social media now, man. If you spit, everybody knows. So I'm sure there's somebody on Twitter that knows somebody on YouTube, that knows somebody on Facebook, that knows somebody on TikTok. A lot of we should do more to honor the guys that have actually done a lot to help the young guys, and especially to bring this sport out to the public attention, because at that particular time, man, that was, one of the hottest things going. People actually, schedule, hey man, the Contender's coming on, let's beat feet or get to the bar or whatever. I mean,
I think I think it brought a lot of people that didn't even like boxing, or they weren't even
right,
boxing fans, but it brought the naked eye in.
right.
Oh shit! I became a boxing fan because of Contender, that type of thing. So
And you had guys from some of the smaller cities. You didn't have all the guys that were from big, flashy cities. All the guys weren't from
yeah,
Los Angeles. I think that, didn't you guys have somebody? One of the guys on was from Biloxi, Mississippi, and I mean,
yeah, stuff like that,
yeah. I mean, you really opened up, the country to boxing, to let people know that it wasn't just dependent upon New York and Las Vegas and Los Angeles.
right, yes, sir.
Hey, so tell me this too though. When did you start boxing? Because a lot of times when you're able to continue to box later on in your career, it's because you started boxing late or you didn't have that many amateur fights.
I only had 30 amateur fights. I didn't start boxing until I was 19.
See, there you go. I started boxing at 18. See, so
Yeah,
that's
the
the reason
same.
why. Yeah.
I think we're starting to finally. We're like at this time coming to my own. To be honest with you, man, because I didn't fight as a kid. I played baseball and football, and I played junior college baseball. Then I picked up boxing.
Yeah.
And my father was a professional heavyweight boxer, so we always knew boxing.
Yeah.
He didn't ever want us to fight, so it was like,
Yeah.
we played sports and stuff, and then when we got on our own, I said, "Shit, I'm gonna do this and take it serious." Kind of probably like you did.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Well, hey, James, any final words, anything you want to ask the channel before you go? Because I know you got something to do, man.
Hey, it took a little while, man, but we finally got you here, man.
Yeah,
And,
thanks for y'all's patience. My bad, man.
No problem, man. No problem. But we definitely want to get you on after your next fight.
Absolutely.
Maybe it'll be hopefully another first rounder. A real quickie. I guess I guess I can say that in this day and age. I don't know. Is that politically correct? I don't know.
We know what it is.
Right.
Yeah, but no, hey man, thanks so much for coming on. I appreciate you. I appreciate your career, man. And I hope you and K9 just keep seeing. Well, hey man, I got 45. No, I got 46. Well,
I'm gonna keep rooting for you, K9, man. You keep doing your thing, man.
Make sure you get his social media and everything.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, hey, maybe we could do like the last little sparring session that Rocky and
Yeah, hell yeah, let's do it. Yeah, man, for sure. Okay, if you ever touch down in Texas, let me know. And if I ever touch down in your area, I'm gonna let you guys know, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, give them your social media. You got any social media you want to give the fans?
Yeah. Right now on Instagram I'm BV Warrior, and then on Facebook I'm just Bryan Vera.
Okay.
Bryan Vera with the I.
Okay.
Bryan, yeah. So that's it. And then Instagram is BV Warrior. And I used to have a Twitter, but I done messed up my passwords and all that shit. So I don't even.
Okay.
I don't mess with it.
Man. Appreciate you, man. You're a real one, man. And God bless you. And we hope you continue to do well and you get that fight, with Chavez.
Hey, God bless you guys too, and thank you guys for having me on, man.
All right, my guy.
Much respect, guys. All right.
All right.
Like.
Yeah.
I'm going to Kayla said she's just gotten out of training, so I'm going to bring them in after we got my boy coming on from Top Rank, and then after him, I'm going to bring Kayla in. I'm trying to get the time scheduled now, so give me a minute, K9. Let them know what's going on, and we'll schedule her at the half-hour mark, so we'll still get the our next two guests on, but
Okay, we got
kind of.
Okay.
I'm just rearranging the time now. Give me a moment.
Okay. All right. Yeah. In other news, Mike Tyson has said, has turned down $35 million, according to Team Holyfield. Wow. Mike Tyson turned down $35 million. Well, that just let you know that Mike Tyson's eating good. He's eating real good, you know. And at the same time, I don't think Tyson wants that work. You know, one thing about Mike Tyson was a bully in the ring. But another thing about Mike Tyson is when he wasn't bullying someone and they stood up to him, he didn't know what to do. Now, out of all guys, don't get me wrong, first time he ever lost was against Buster Douglas, who fought the bully back and beat Mike Tyson, exposed Mike Tyson. From there on out, Mike Tyson lost and lost and lost. And I was heartbroken because, you know, Mike Tyson was one of the reasons why I started boxing. But I think out of any and everybody who got Mike Tyson the most, got in his head the most, and bullied Mike Tyson, bullied the bully the most, was Evander Holyfield. And I don't think Mike Tyson want no problems with Evander Holyfield. So they offered Mike Tyson to fight against Holyfield, and I think there was rumors that they were going to fight. But Team Holyfield is pissed and mad because Tyson done turned down $35 million. Let me rewind that. $35 million. But you know, when you eating good and you got it, then hey, you can turn down what you want to turn down. Now, the average person wouldn't turn down $35 million, but Tyson eating. And when Mike Tyson fight again, he probably gonna get that with the guy across the street. He can fight anybody he want to fight and still make money because he has the name. And even though Holyfield beat him, he is not a bigger draw or a bigger name than Mike Tyson. And unfortunately, one of Mike Tyson's biggest reasons that people know who he is because he bit Holyfield's ear off. So a lot of people like, yeah, I know that guy. You talking about the guy that bit Holyfield ear off? They even did a commercial with him biting his ear off. It's crazy. But like I say, I think Holyfield has Mike Tyson number, and it's not 777-9311. I think it's a headbutt. I think it's a elbow. I think it's a right hook, left hook. He just got Mike Tyson's number. I wouldn't think that Mike Tyson would be scared of Holyfield, you know, because it's an exhibition. But nowadays we count exhibitions as real fights, because when Mike Tyson fought Roy Jones in what was scheduled an exhibition, they actually said it was a draw. So if it's an exhibition, nobody really wins. So how is it considered a draw? And you could tell it was some doodle in the game because Roy Jones knew dang on well he did not win that fight. And they asked Tyson, so if you feel like it was a draw, hey, no, I don't think it was a draw. Hey, but hey, I mean, it wasn't a draw, wasn't a winner, wasn't no loser, because it was an exhibition. But it is what it is. And Mike Tyson enjoyed fighting him in the exhibition because guess what? Wasn't no drug testing. That means that Mike Tyson was able to hit a blunt before he fought Roy Jones. And I could just about guarantee you, he hit a blunt. He was in that mug blow like, man, Roy, get this. Roy, you know that little hot, what's that called? The hot box Tyson show? He be on there smoking like a mug. I'd be like, man, he be going out of space with some stuff. He'd be like, yeah, man, so tell me. Tell me what? Like, tell me how that weed taste. Man, are you smoking weed? I remember when he was here, he actually smoked weed with Tommy Hearns' brother. Yeah, him and Billy Hearns was getting it in.
Well, hey, you know, Johnny used to have the best weed in Detroit. So hey, I'm 74 years old. I think I smoked my first blunt at 12.
Wow.
So
He smoked the first blunt at the age of 12. Hold on. You talking about some, hold on. You talking about
that means I've been smoking longer than you've been living.
yeah, but they would have blunts back then. I thought blunts came out maybe.
Well, you just didn't call them blunts back then. But you know, if you was in Vietnam and you had something to roll up there, you didn't just go to the corner drugstore and get no zigzags.
Okay.
I mean, come on, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So
yeah. Oh, I got you. Boy, so you was pretty bad then. That's what they say. You know, God said ain't nothing new under the sun. So what's been going on? What's going on now? What's going on back then? Ain't nothing new under the sun. And you know, in other breaking news, Javante Davis was involved in a hit and run. And I sure hope he don't go to jail because that young man is talented. Very talented. I want to see him in the ring. But
hey, K9, I told you, that I've been incarcerated before too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, some of the best boxers in the world is in jail. I just thought you might want to know that. I mean, as a matter of fact, if what's my man that just got out, Michael Nunn?
Yeah.
I mean, so hey. Football players, baseball players, hey.
Yeah. But jail can hurt you or it can help you. Jail, Bernard Hopkins.
Jail, you kind of preach into the choir. I mean, out of 74 years, I think I probably have spent about 17 incarcerated in one way or another. So when you say, it takes a different mentality, just like it takes a different mentality for a man to go in the ring, and it takes a different mentality for a guy to thrive in that type of environment. But things have changed, just like every other circumstances. Nowadays, you do not necessarily have to thrive on your own. You don't have to carry your own bag, so to speak. Now it's all about the gang and about the color and about things like that. So older guys like me, that are used to a different pecking order. We kind of think upon as being different, but the one thing that persists is that you're not going home to your family every night. Prison is designed. I don't care how many frills they give you, how many TVs or whatever. Prison is designed as punishment.
Yes,
especially for people of our color.
Yes.
So I mean, we have a great deal of our population invested in the prison population.
Yeah.
And a lot of that, a lot of that is wasted talent.
Yes.
So you have to be. This is another where I remember back in the day we used to actually have fights from prison. Rahway prison. You can look it up.
JK, we're gonna stop it with these jail stories.
No, I was just talking about the struggle, man. Don't ever,
No, I got you. Now we got our next guest in the queue,
Mr. Frank Stea.
Yeah, Frank Stea. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, bring Frank in here and
yeah. How you doing,
gentlemen?
What's going on, my man?
With you guys?
Man, we good, man. You see that jury back there? Yeah, you got a lot of jury back there.
Oh yeah, no, it's a collection, bro. You know what I mean? Being in this business, You know, I had to get some of my boxing stuff back there.
Man, hold on. You got some Jack Daniels back there too?
Oh, got some Jack, some Hennessy, got some loyalty, got some good.
My goodness.
You know, I don't drink. Just people send it. I like to have it in case someone wants to come over. But people send me concoctions in the mail, but I don't drink it. So
I see. You got Jay Prince back there too. Is he your manager?
No. Good friend of mine and person I got the privilege and pleasure to work with, man. So he's one of the easiest guys in the boxing business to work with.
Yeah. Frank actually works K9 for Top Rank. I'll tell you a story about how me and Frank first met.
Man, K9 don't realize, James. K9 don't realize when I did ATG Radio, he was my longtime boxing trivia champion. I don't think he remembers it. We didn't have the luxury of getting to look at each other on video. We just had to go by the voices. But we used to hit K9 up. Man, he was a 2-time world champ. He was the world super welterweight champion, and he was the world boxing trivia champion at the same time. And
absolutely,
he represented us. He put ATG Radio on the map.
Yes.
Oh man, so you go back a long way with Frank too.
Yes,
so
indeed.
But Frank, I think was it Matt Harley who was the first guy that we met over?
Andrew Hartley.
Andrew Hartley.
We had that trip in LA with Andrew Hartley.
Right.
And Charlie Zelenoff and all that stuff, man. So yeah, it's good times, man. James and I go way back. K9 Bundridge and I, we go way back. Good to rekindle the brotherhood here.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And see each other live now,
That's it. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Frank, I wanted to ask you about knowing that you work for Top Rank. One of the things I wanted to ask you about was that Telefilm on Stevens bid.
You mean Teofimo Lopez?
Lopez, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Well, I went way back in. I went all the way back to the Olympics, I think, didn't I, Stevens? Yeah. Well, anyway, was anybody really expecting, that to go to a fight TV or a fight streamer? I mean, we hear a lot about boxers, talking about my affiliation with this, and I want to go and promote myself and all like that. I mean, what's going on, between these boxers, Top Rank, and all the other promoters? Is the grass just looking greener on the other side of the fence?
So, and I just want to hold a little disclaimer here. I had a large part with Teofimo Lopez coming to Top Rank in 2016 after the Olympics. And because of, my role with Top Rank, I'm fighter relations. So I do develop strong personal relationships as well as business relationships. But again, this is business. I wouldn't have met him if it wasn't because of this business, because of my employer, Top Rank. So in the case, like I want to put the disclaimer, I work with Top Rank. My loyalty is to Bob Arum and Todd DeBuff. They've given me a great opportunity for 7 years. I've been with them and I've seen the world. I've met some great people. It's, I'm living the dream the second half of my life because of that. Personal stuff aside, I got to sign, Teofimo Lopez is my little brother, one of my best friends. I love him. We butt heads. We go through, our riffs and our disagreements and stuff. But in this case, I got to side with my employer. I got to side with Top Rank. It's a lot of, now, K9, you being a fighter, you've experienced the bad side of the business, I'm sure. You didn't come up the easy way. You weren't the Olympic gold medalist getting carried on, guys' shoulders to the ring. No, you crawled and scratched your way into it. So, I mean, like I said, no disrespect to your come up, but some other guys, it's a lot of people don't realize, and this is boxing fans, a lot of fans of the fighters, they don't realize the risks, the financial risks that a promoter goes through to build a fighter and develop a fighter. So if you are an Olympian, you come into the sport, you get a signing bonus. You get a signing bonus to, get your life started, get what you need to, basically live. Usually it's enough money to pay your bills every month. It's enough money to get yourself a substantial roof over your head and a vehicle to get around and get your nutrition and all that good stuff. But the thing is with this, a lot of fighters, they think that they deserve more than what the event is actually going to make. And I don't want to say like, if it costs $5 million to put on an event and a fighter wants $6 million for that fight, it just doesn't make sense. Because of the Muhammad Ali Act, any fighters can get access to it, but we have to make sure that the main fighters that are on TV sign the Muhammad Ali Act form, which discloses the earnings from the network, from any sponsorships, any ticket sales. So they get to see basically what the event is making because of their particular fight. So in that case, I'm not saying these are the numbers. I'm not on that high on the totem pole to know all the exact numbers. And even if I did, I'm not really in the liberty to disclose them. It's confidential, classified information, basically. So they don't realize, and I'm not saying Teofimo Lopez knew that the event, to put on the event, it was going to cost $5 million, or that's all that fight was going to make, and he wanted $6 million. Those aren't the numbers. But in that case, that's where I got to side on the business side. Some fighters don't realize that, you want a manager, like it's a fighter. A fighter wants a manager that's going to go get them the most money. You know why? Because that manager is going to make more money. If they go out and they get you $10 million, a manager is going to get 15 to 30% of that. So you want them to go get the most because you got to pay your manager. And it's the same thing as a promoter. If you're a fighter and you want $6 million, $10 million on an event that may only make $5 million, and you're like, well, I deserve it anyway. No, you don't deserve it. You're not generating that kind of money to earn that money. You gotta be the salesman. You gotta sell yourself. You gotta sell your brand. You gotta sell your product. So I mean, as far as that, I don't know the full terms. I just go by, like what's going on, and argue with me if you want. This is, please do. I mean, this is all my opinion on this type of stuff, but that's where I see this whole situation going, like with that. So there's no way I'm going to side with someone that doesn't help me provide for my family, my children, my wife. If Teofimo was signing my check at the end of the day, well, guess what? I'm going to side with him. You know what I'm saying? And
that's what we like about you, Frank. You're a straight shooter. You tell it like it is. So
that's the case. I'm not saying he's wrong. He's entitled to what he thinks he's valued as. And the guy is one of boxing's biggest, most exciting young superstars. Yeah. He could be the biggest thing in the sport in a year. He's on his way to it. Fighter of the year, undisputed champion. The guy, just what he does inside of the ring, outside of the ring. He's doing everything right, and I love him for that. I love him for that because he's leading the way for these younger fighters to, do that. He's kind of setting the standard for these younger fighters. Like, hey, you got to be entertaining. You got to sell yourself. You got to bet on yourself. You got to take those chances. So again, I'm kind of here and there, but that's my thoughts on that whole deal.
Well, is there a genuine rift between Top Rank and Terence Crawford?
As far as I know,
in your opinion,
no, I don't think so. Listen, Bob Arum is 89 years old, and I'm not using that as his name. He is sharper than the three of us combined. 89 years old. He knows he's not watching. I hope he's watching this, but even if he's not watching this right now, he knows what the hell the three of us are up to. You know what I'm saying? He can see right through any BS. He can see through all that. He's as sharp as a tack. But the one thing about him is, and I think we're all going to get to that when we're 89 years old, we're not going to give a damn what we say or what people care about what we're saying. He's unfiltered. So what
I'm
he's
74. Saying, I'm 74, and I'm like that now. So,
and guess what? God bless you, James. God bless you, man. I'm thinking, you know, we're all some. You look like a young pup. You know what I mean? I don't think this is age ain't nothing but a number in your case. So good. God bless you, man. With that, but with Bob, he's like, hey, I'm 89. I'm gonna say what I want. I'm gonna say what's on my mind.
Yes.
And he said that about Terence Crawford. And Terence has never gone and said, hey, Bob, you're wrong. But Terence Crawford is arguably the best fighter in the world. He's going to go down as one of the all-time greats. Just for what he did in the ring. He's not a guy that had to be flashy outside of the ring. He's not a big talker. He lets his actions speak in the ring. He put Omaha, Nebraska on the map. He's the welterweight division, one of the hottest divisions in the sport. You know, he's at the top. You know, people are talking him and Spence, him and Pacquiao, him and whoever. Mm-hmm. But no, we love Terence Crawford. The company loves Terence Crawford. I was with the creative team today at the Top Rank executive offices, and we were talking about some ideas how to promote him better and more on social media. And we come up with great ideas. This guy's been a staple for the company in years, but you know, they're going to disagree on certain business things. Maybe what Bob said insulted Terence Crawford fans, boxers, just anybody in general in boxing. But there wasn't anybody that there wasn't anybody that went and said, you know what, Bob's wrong. They just said, hey, you shouldn't talk about your fighter like that. So, but there's nothing. Everybody loves Terence. Terence is at every single one of our events, whether he's fighting or not. And he's honestly, he's one of my favorite people in boxing. He really is.
Are you guys getting ready to open up? And how's the COVID thing, affecting it as far as how many fans you're going to start putting in your venues?
Well, we're going to the wild states these next two shows in April. I'm getting ready to go to Tulsa, Oklahoma, which pretty easy commission to deal with as compared to what we've been going through the past year with the Nevada State Athletic Commission, which, you know, I love everybody at the Nevada State Athletic Commission, but they're tight. They keep that shit. Apologize for cursing. I apologize. They keep.
Oh, this is K9's program. I forgot.
K9, I apologize. I know I get a little wrapped up, but they keep it tight, man. They want everything. They want it sealed, and they want to make sure everybody's safe and everything's by the books and nobody gets hurt. But we got a little. Oklahoma doesn't have any COVID standards, so the commission doesn't require anybody to pass or fail, a COVID test. But Top Rank, we're going to continue to pre-test our fighters, fighter camps, our staff before they come to Oklahoma, and then while they're on property, while they're at the venue, they're going to test twice while they're there, all rapid tests. But we're loosening up a little bit as compared to the sports bubble that we were in 2020.
K9?
Yeah. No, I'm listening to him. He's sharp. You know, we don't have a lot of like sharp guys like in the business part of boxing, on the show. We deal with some of everybody on the show, mainly the fighters. But I like, the fact that you coming on here and you breaking it down in the office of someone that's a legend and Bob Arum, and I really appreciate you, and I'm happy to see you because I didn't know, man, you actually did business.
We did a lot, K9. We did, like I said, man, when we did it before the podcast, we did internet radio, and anytime I called K9, we called K9 and said, hey, he was like, yo, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? We were blessed to be with you when you won the IBF super welterweight championship, or I don't know if you call junior middleweight or super welterweight, but we were there when you did that, and you came the week after. You were back on the show. You never changed, and you said, listen, everywhere I go as world champ on this, we didn't get you a belt, but you were waiting for us to send you a belt. But you said we're going to represent, and you did, man. And you were you were one of the ones that made me fall in love with the sport and the business, because you are a God-fearing man, and God did bring you to the success that you have. And I mean, look at you today, man. You look another one. You look like you're about to make your pro debut.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And right. Definitely respect all you've done for the sport, all you've done in the sport. And you were one, you know, I would hope a lot of fighters, because you did give back, you did set an example for younger fighters. I would hope that a lot of fighters that came up in the Detroit area and all around the world did follow your standard and the way you conducted yourself as a professional.
That's why I try to tell people, though, hey, Frank, I tell them I never changed, you know, at the top, you know what I'm saying? Not current champ, world champ. I was always real. And that, you know, that's why I'm happy to be able to say, you know, and it's good to hear you even say, like, man, I remember you was at the top when you was there. You know, I remember being one of the first guys on James' show. I said, James, your show gonna bubble, trust me. And boy, his show bubbled like I don't know what.
Frank, what did you think when you heard that our great friend was betting $1 million on Ben, knowing that K9's training Ben for this big fight?
You know, guess what? That's a testament, man. I'm looking now. I mean, listen, a guy like that, I don't have $1 million to bet. I don't even got I don't got 1% of that to bet. But man, I might put on a couple dollars just because K9's involved in this, and K9's going to teach us, you know, an MMA. Listen, no matter what you could say, he might not have hands like a professional boxer, but this guy has been a professional athlete, a professional fighter for, I'm sure, more than half of his life. And, you know, it's not like he has, you know, he's trained boxing, I'm sure, but he hasn't had that extensive training or experience to, you know, to go out there in the professional ranks. But I mean, let's face it. Listen, he's fighting a YouTuber, and with all due respect to Jake Paul, man, the guy's had great success, and you know, I'm happy for him. He figured out something to become a multimillionaire, you know, recording himself on YouTube. And he went out there and he had a passion for boxing. He didn't do it as a joke or a dare. He did it because he liked boxing, and he trained. He took it serious, and in his first 2 fights, he had success. But Ben Askren, you know what? If he did put $1 million, Dana White did put $1 million on Ben Askren, he sees something a lot of people probably don't. I know that's the stuff we see. You don't want to bet against the guy with the experience, but you know, we'll see, man. I'm happy for you to be involved in that, K9. That's a great event. Yes. I'm not against the celebrity boxing. I'm not against 2 different athletes, you know, from different sports getting in there. Tussling is bringing more exposure to our sport. It's opening up more opportunities for yourself, myself, James. You know, we get something to talk about. We get new eyes on the product, and we got to step our game up. You know, we want to be more successful in our aspects of this field. So, you know, I can't wait for it, and you know, maybe I'll put a few dollars on Ben Askren myself.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, it's all love. It's all love. You say your next event is when again?
April 10th, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Where it's the rescheduled bout with Joe Smith and Maxime Vlasov. It's for the vacant WBO World Light Heavyweight title. You know, this is Joe Smith, the guy that knocked out Bernard Hopkins out of the ring. It's Joe Smith who knocked out Eladio Alvarez. This is the blue collar construction worker from Long Island, New York, who, you know, he's captivating us. He's the regular everyday Joe, and that's pun intended. And he's going up against a Russian who has earned his way. He fought for a cruiserweight world title. He's never been stopped. You know, so it's going to be a good fight. Obviously, plans are I think a lot of people are behind Joe Smith winning this fight. And, you know, there's Arthur Beterbiev. There are Canelo fights down the line for this guy if he wins, and they could be big fights. And that's our show. We're also back April 24th in Orlando, Florida, actually Kissimmee, Florida. Another world title fight, Emmanuel Navarrete against Christopher Pitufo Diaz for the WBO featherweight championship.
Yes. Do you think that, you know, with promoters fighting the same day, because there's a lot of fights on the 17th of April. You know, you got the Jake Paul versus Ben Askren. You got PBC throwing a show April 17th. You got I mean, do you think that's good for boxing that, promoters, I understand it's a business, but any way we can get around that, any way we can get along? I mean, what can we do to make the sport of boxing better?
Well, you see, we didn't conflict with that date. We kept that date out. We left that date alone. We went the 10th and then the 24th.
Yes.
We got to talk to our friends at PBC and Golden Boy and all that. Listen, I don't think your event is going to have any issues with what. And no, I got some friends and I'm fans of a lot of fighters that are over at PBC. But what PBC's putting on that night is not going to compare to what kind of show you're going to be involved in on April 17th. But there, I know the promoters, they try to discuss date conflicts and stuff like that. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. So, there is a way to work it out, but it's just if the promoter says, nah, you know what, we're not moving our date. You move your date. And then you got two stubborn promoters that don't want to, do something for the betterment of both events. I want everybody to succeed.
Yes. One more question before James take over. What do you think is what is a success, or what gives Bob the drive? What helps him to continue to be on top like that? Don King ended up disappearing. Bob Arum is still around and still doing it at the highest level on ESPN. What do you credit his success for? Is it his team? I mean, what do you think? It's because he's sharp like you say he is?
It's because he's sharp and he has the best team in the world around him. I mean, I mean, we have to have a separate show for me to explain what happens behind the scenes and each of the players behind the scenes who make what happen. And it's Bob Arum. For 55 years, he's promoted at the highest level. Don King has had his day in the sun, and around the same time Bob Arum did. Bob in the 90s, the 80s, maybe the 70s, I'm not sure, but he put the shine on the heavyweight division. But I mean, I'm gonna tribute Don King's inactivity due to his health, and he's made some bad business decisions publicly. There's not everybody's the biggest Don King fan. And you do that, you tend to make it, I don't want to say enemies, but mess people's money up. Yes. And karma, I don't want to say karma, but things are going to catch up with you. And again, I don't know that, but this is one thing I tell anybody that does business with Top Rank. If we promise you money, you're going to get paid. That's one of the best things about this company. They give me tasks to do, and I worry, like, if I'm thinking like, oh my God, do I have to do this financially? But I go, no, I got the powerhouse, Top Rank, ESPN. I don't have to worry about nothing. The job is getting done because we do good business. We don't screw anybody over. We don't short anybody on their money. We don't make financial promises that we can't keep. And that look, the whole Teofimo Lopez thing. We didn't say, hey, Teofimo, we're going to pay you $10 million and not pay him. We said, we're not paying you more than whatever amount Bob Arum said publicly. Yeah. And that was it. He stuck to his guns. So, I mean, that's the best thing is you got to be in this business. If you keep it real, people are going to recognize that. If you do some shady business, it's going to chip away, man. And then eventually you're going to turn into dust. Everything chips away, man. Rocks, eventually they chip away. And so if the rock's not strong and it's not solid, it's going to chip away and eventually turn to dust.
Yeah. Every time I call Bob always answers. Me and him got a little history, but we done kind of buried it, you know what I mean? Because we talked now. So we talked about it. Well, we didn't talk about it. He didn't want to talk about it.
Hey, that's all good, man. I mean, I'm glad it's, again, you run into disagreements. K9, you're one of the best all-around people in boxing, but you've butted heads with people. You've butted heads with good people. You've butted heads with bad people. Yeah. It's just what happens. You're a competitor. Yeah. No matter what, you're thinking you're always competing, whether it's business or fighting. So it's just it's never going to stop.
It's business. There you go. I like that. I like that. My man's Frank. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
I appreciate
Frank,
you guys.
just one or two questions before I let you go. How are you guys finding, especially during this COVID crisis? Usually, you're able to go to, the amateur tournaments, or there are other fights that you can able to go and scout the guys that that you want to sign. How have you been able to adapt to that with this COVID? It's been almost a year now.
Well, the thing is we know. It's very rare that we know that there isn't a very special fighter with the credentials. Obviously your credentials are you got to go out and you got to, as an amateur, you got to go out and perform at the highest levels. You got to win the tournaments. You got to win the nationals. You got to win the internationals, the PALs, whatever. And if you go to the Olympics, the proof's in the pudding. We know you're there. You know what I'm saying? We know you're there. Every once in a while, you get the guys that don't have, those accolades. And you go to the tournaments haven't been happening over through the COVID stuff. Haven't been any tournaments. I think they're just starting back up just now. So with that being said, that's one of the reasons why we haven't seen it. But we do. I get out there every now and then. I'll go check out an amateur, someone in Vegas or even outside of Vegas. I'll go out and I'll take a trip. Someone says, "Hey, I got a special fighter." We do our research. You ask around some people that have seen this person that'll have there'll be no bias towards that fighter, and then you go by that and you go see for yourself. And then maybe the fighter doesn't have 300 amateur wins and 2 losses, but he has more of a pro style. A lot of the heavyweights. Can't. You don't want to put heavyweights in too many amateur fights because that's too much wear on those big bones and that heavy weight that these guys are carrying. So, but the beauty thing is like you figure like this: when the three of us were in action about 10 years ago, we didn't have social media where guys are showing off their talents, they're showing off their skills, their clips, their fights. Facebook wasn't allowing us to put the big videos on. Instagram wasn't a thing then. So nowadays, we got the beauty of live streams. We got the beauty of Instagram live, Facebook live. So all that stuff, we get to see it one way or the other. If there's something special out there, we're gonna see it. Well, whether we gotta. I don't know where COVID doesn't hit, but we'll go somewhere where COVID doesn't hit just to make sure that we see it.
Yeah. Hey, well, thanks so much for taking your time out to come and join us on our podcast. It has been a long time for me, and it's good to see you, man. You're looking good, and good to see that you're keeping up with the business here, man. We can definitely see that. Just from the look in your eyes that you're doing something that you enjoy, and I think I can safely say for you, it's not really a job.
No, it's look. I'm surprised I can get paid and make a living doing this, man. I'm blessed. I'm so blessed. I'm a fan before I'm anything, and I'm one of the few that fell in love. I fell in love with the sport, and then the crazy thing, I fell in love with the business, and then. Nothing comes easy. Nothing falls on your lap. You want it to. There's times you're just like, oh, please, God, give me a break. Just throw a duffel bag full of money on my lap. It's not going to happen. You got to work. And then you may not become a millionaire working your fingers to the bone. But if you're really putting in the work and loving what you do, there's the gratification in that. I'm just gonna say I'm a testament to it. I'm no millionaire. I just love what I do. I have my good days and I have my bad days. But at the end of the day, man, I'm blessed. I'm so blessed to be here with the both of you. I'm more than honored, and I'm just happy you guys get want someone like me to sit here and talk boxing with you. So anything I can do, if there's something I could do to help you guys, whether it's for the show or whatever, I'm not a hard man to get a hold of. I'm always there. I enjoy helping people. I enjoy watching people succeed, man, and be happy and doing what they love, because that's where I am. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen the worst, and I've been depressed, and I've been sad, and I never want to see anybody be in those dark places I'm at. So you're always going to see me in a good mood and be positive, because it's like tomorrow's not guaranteed.
Hey, I know that's right from many experiences. Thank you so much, Frank. Any social media, anything you want us to know about?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm on Facebook. I just do, send me a message on Facebook. I don't really post nothing, but I do. I'm pretty active on Instagram. It's Frank Stea, but my handle's American Love Machine. So if you're on there, hit me up, American Love Machine. And
is that on Instagram?
On Instagram, okay. Yeah. And then other than that, that's basically my most active social media.
All right, well, thanks as always, Frank. I'm going to be calling on you, man. Probably,
anything you need, whatever you need, you let me know. If I could do it, I'll get it done for you.
Yeah. All right, bro.
K9.
All right, got you. I'm already following you guys. James, I couldn't find you on IG. No.
West Coast Steelers fan.
All right, I got you. But K9, I'm already following you, my man. So yeah. I'm gonna get you guys, and we'll talk shop.
There you go, Frank.
I see it, bro. I see it always. All right, gentlemen.
Bro.
God bless, bro. Be safe.
Right, peace.
One love.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, once again, K9, I was glad to get Frank, and it's been a while since, like I said, I had talked to Frank.
Yeah.
Me and Deontay Wilder have the pleasure of knocking out the same guy. If you remember, it was remember the guy that talked about Deontay's wife and went in the ring with him and all that. Well, this is the same guy that was with Matt Harley when Frank and I met, and he sucker punched Matt, and I had to, show him that I really at the time I was a young 63 back then, so it was like I had to flex on him a little bit. I had to put him down.
Yeah, okay.
But
it's no, not trying to go off the subject, off the point and everything. It's a young man on here named Nick. He wanted to go live with us on here and talk about the Jake Paul fight. Jake Paul being aspirin, but a lot, crying hippie, and I don't think my wife SB know that we were already kind of going at it a little bit on Twitter. So he just want to actually go in here just so he could be able to go back to them and say, "Hey man, I told you, here you go, right here. I was on there." Even asked for an interview with Jake Paul and them.
We're waiting for the young lady Kayla. Like I said, she's in an Uber going back. So if you want to bring somebody in, it's fine. Now,
Nah, we not bringing Nick on.
But I see a crying hippie as usual. Gorilla Drew is on. I thought I saw Frank on there. Wasn't Frank on a little earlier? I thought I saw Frank on.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't mind bringing a crying hippie on, but if we put a link on, then send no telephone.
Yeah, but if you put a link on, you still get to control who's in there. So
give it a crying hippie, huh? Yeah, crying hippie. You want to come on, my bro? You ain't got to show your face either if you don't want to. Yeah.
Yeah, send them the link. But the reason why I'm trying to get Miss Gomez on is K9. This is a very, very unusual.
Yeah.
Because we talk about women boxers all the time, but here's okay. We have Kayla fighting. We have the mother and the grandmother in the corner.
Wow.
So this is the background. That was the reason why I was trying to get her on. I mean, how many? It was something that I had never heard of. Daughter, mother, and grandmother.
Wow.
You know, I mean, so I mean, it's bad enough, mother and daughter. You know, I mean, you talk all the time about your daughter, but you know that your wife ain't gonna, let her in the ring necessarily. And then now you have a family where you got 3 generations of women all contributing to the sport of boxing. So that's why I was trying to get her on, but she's also down there in Texas. She's training. She has a fight coming up. She's a young amateur, and she's getting ready for Tokyo. It's either Tokyo or her pro debut. But were you able to get Crying Hippie on? I see Nick Brown Vlogs is in. K9, remember me?
Yeah. He said
the other guy on Twitter. Okay, and then you have Gorilla Drew. He was saying good stuff, Frank. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to get Frank on, because we always hear about Top Rank and this, that, and the other. So the one thing about Frank, as Frank tells it like it is. He doesn't pull any punches. He's But I do remember when you were on the Trivia King. But my show used to be on Sunday.
Yeah, keep my belt. I still want my. I'm about to send your stuff tomorrow. Tomorrow, I finally, gather some stuff up to send you your stuff. But I can't get my stuff though, ain't that?
Well, see, you wasn't on my show. So I can't, but that's, if you send it, then now I'm not gonna take down my Steelers, but I will put on my hat and shirt, whatever whatever it takes to represent the Dog Pound. I will definitely make sure that I got my little U.S. Army blanket here, so and as you say, my fisherman's hat.
Hey, listen. My wife was like, "Don't be saying that." I was like, "Hey, cool. He knows you messing with him. You pay your bills, man,
Hey man, I caught big fish. You know what I'm saying? I say. So I'm good about that's one thing you'll find out, man. I'm good about my life, good, bad, and indifferent. I'm good.
Exactly.
When I go in front of, I can definitely say when I go in front of the man, I'm gonna say, hey, this is me, this is who I was, and do what you will. I enjoyed myself. I'm good to go.
Right. Yeah. Don't look like she gonna come on tonight, buddy.
Well, maybe we'll try to get her next week. I'll try to get the family in when I can. It's not like we're going anywhere, and like I keep telling y'all, I got 27 more years to do this. So you can either do it with me, or I can do it, after you go on and come and say good, a few little words or whatnot, But I'm gonna be here, so we'll be the Dog Pound, having our 50th anniversary. SB, when is our anniversary? When did we start? That's maybe SB will look up for us. I don't know, hey, but I know it should be a while. I mean, like you said, I mean, Frank really got me thinking, man. I mean, Emmanuel was still living then.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, so it's we're very, very blessed.
Man.
Well, K9, so when are you going back up to Milwaukee?
Actually, this weekend coming up.
Okay.
Going back there to finishing up the finishing touches. Making sure Ben is well prepared in his final days of getting ready for his fight. So this weekend.
Now, is he gonna have a press? Press. I mean, are you gonna be? Are you gonna be like Ronnie Shields, just sitting back there? Like, it's all about the jab.
Yeah, right. No, we got a great game plan. I mean, people see him doing pad work with me, and they thinking that's just how he really is, and they don't know what to expect, what to think, and none of that. So, we can. All I can say is just stay tuned. And may the best man win. April the 17th. Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Pigeon Mike, what's up, K9?
Yeah.
Derek Coleman. Is that the Derek Coleman?
I'm trying to figure out this because it's a few Derek Comans. Derek Frank from the Great Guest. Frank was a great guest, love the show. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out I don't think that was my Derek Coleman, DC Derek Coleman. Yeah, so I don't know. DC, boy, yeah, Syracuse, boy, he was loving Syracuse. If that's DC, the man himself, the greatest power forward to ever play basketball in the NBA, Derek Coleman. Man,
Wait a minute.
skills, boy.
Man, he had skills. Man, skills.
Yeah.
But I think you might be a little prejudiced there, but I'll let it pass.
You mean bias? You want some prejudice? You mean bias?
well, there's a difference between prejudice and bias. Bias would be if you had, said that he was, better than Magic Johnson. Prejudice, like.
Hey, from my block, he was better than Magic Johnson.
see, now you prejudice. Yeah,
for sure. And a real one though. How many guys in the NBA? We talking about the NBA that actually in the hood. You know what I mean? That's in the hood, regular, like around regular people. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you seeing, an NBA basketball player playing basketball. And in the summertime, he back home with you. I mean, that was some real stuff, and that gave me a lot of motivation that I can make it and come back. You know what I mean? That he can do it, I can do it. So it was just great to see someone from my neighborhood that I seen or saw and grew up watching and been around to make it and still be the same person he was before he made it.
Where's he? Black Lomachenko. Who wins? Fury versus Larry Holmes.
Man, Larry Holmes. Man, listen, these guys nowadays ain't especially the heavyweights ain't doing nothing with the heavyweights back then. Larry Holmes was a bad man. Don't get me wrong.
Larry Holmes still has the best jab of any heavyweight that anyone. And that includes the late great Muhammad Ali. I mean, that's what it took. He used that jab to beat Muhammad Ali, even though Muhammad Ali was past his prime. But
exactly.
But he was still. I mean, it wasn't like Larry beat Muhammad Ali and then the next fight he lost his belt. Larry beat Muhammad Ali and stayed champ for a few years.
Yeah.
Fury would beat Holmes. Fury is the greatest heavyweight since Ali.
Man,
I'll put if it's a fight that goes to a decision, I think Holmes wins. But as far as like physicality, once again, just like you rewinded, how you do that? The man got a 35-inch stool.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, you're not, and he had. I see this is the UK guy here, so I'm also going to say that not only that, but he does have a whole lot more skills than Henry Cooper.
But I think it's kind of like to a certain extent, it's kind of disrespectful to bring up guys, from that payday dudes that's not around, that's not boxing right now, to say what a guy today would do to a guy then. If it wasn't for those guys then, there wouldn't be no guys today.
Yeah, but I mean, this is something that comes up in every sport. I don't care whether it's football, basketball. I mean, is Calvin Johnson better than Jerry Rice? I mean, to a Detroit Lion fan, he might be. But once again, going back, Holmes had the best jab, but nobody could move like Fury. Well, hey, Fury didn't learn how to move until he got to his last fight, evidently, because Deontay he didn't move in front of Deontay Wilder the first fight. So so I don't know exactly how he can verify that statement right there, because evidently this is Fury's first dance. If you want to talk about nobody can move like Fury, well, what I do recall, there was a heavyweight named Muhammad Ali.
Absolutely.
I mean, so if you want to start talking about how nobody could move like, I'm just saying, I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
So don't come give me about that. Nobody can move that heavyweight that nobody can move like. That's like saying like, hey, I think the best middleweight as far as movement and fighting ability was Sugar Ray Robinson. Now but also you got to remember who's my GOAT, Marvin Hagler. So I mean, we got opinions, but when it comes to the heavyweight that could move the best, I think hands down Muhammad Ali got to take that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, I just think like Reggie Watson said, it's like I just think that the fighters nowadays are blessed with the genetics of the fighters back in the days, them genes.
You not only that, but you also got to remember, the training regimen. Fighters. Joe Louis fought in everybody that was in the audience had either a cigarette or a cigar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I remember, in my old days as a debt collector. I used to be a little. I mean, but I never gave no money back. But I used to feel sorry for them guys that went out there and fought all night in their smoke-filled rooms, and then after they see me, they got $100. But you should have borrowed all that money to begin with. But I'm just saying, you got different rules, you got different, people. Do you think how long would Marvin Hagler have survived if he had a nutritionist, if he had all the different things that people like he said, it was hard enough for him to get up from off them silk sheets. So suppose he had a chef and a driver and all that. I mean, hey, a lot of these guys, let's see, could K9 beat Tommy Hearns or Mike McCallum at 154? See now, see now, hold on. Are we gonna hear the prejudice or are we gonna hear the truth? Which one's coming up?
Hey, look, I'm gonna have to be biased, like man, I don't know. Beat their butt, but then again, I don't know. Boy, because I was a fan, watching. I'm on the outside looking in, so I'm seeing the way they hitting all these guys and knocking them out. I'm like, man, Hearns would have whooped my butt. For real,
you think you could have had them 3 minutes that Tommy had with Mike, with Marvin?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't think. Oh man, Tommy was the beast. I had to get Tommy when he got older. When he was past his prime. Oh, Tommy, pop, take this.
Yeah, see, what you need is an exhibition with one or both of them now. See, that's what you know.
I wouldn't want to do that to Tommy right now. Tommy a good guy. I talked to Tommy yesterday. K9 for that money. He telling me what he would do and wouldn't do. Oh, hold on. We got Kayla Gomez is actually in the queue. Okay. Get SB on this boy.
Is she here?
Hold on. Yep, I see her in the queue. So let me get SB.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm glad to see that she's here. She might have finally got back to her hotel, or at least she's close. But yeah, let me know when she gets in the queue. And like I said, she is trading down in Texas So she's in a state where it's wide open at. So I'm going to ask her how training has changed. Prime K9 beats any one of those fighters. See?
A1. Absolutely. Right.
All right, K9. What did you send in to put that on there? I know,
Listen.
come on, Reggie.
Hey, but you know what, though? To be honest with you, hey, just because I probably could beat any one of those guys don't mean I was a better fighter. You know, styles make fights. Floyd Mayweather was considered a better fighter than me, but just because of the style, because of the power that I has, he wouldn't be able to deal with my awkward style and the power. I would beat Floyd, even though he a better fighter, most likely. If that makes sense.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it makes sense. So, when you look at, look at how people thought, Lomachenko, when he had, who was that to just beat him? We talked about it.
Teofimo Lopez.
Right.
Lopez.
Yeah. But everybody thought, that, hey, Lomachenko's got too much, experience. Yeah. Lomachenko, at that time, Lomachenko was a boxing god. And then we found out that he put on his trunk just like everybody else, one leg at a time.
Yep. We about to go on. Yep, you're right. Yep. Yeah, we about to add the guests now, JK.
All right.
Kayla Gomez. Show girl.
Hello, Kayla. How are you doing?
Guys, I'm doing good.
I'm glad to see that we were finally able to get you on the show. I was giving K9 a little background. So is that grandma beside you, or is that your mom?
That's my grandma.
Okay, so now, well, maybe we should start with grandma, because where did you get your fighting spirit from? Grandma, I know you're a part of this team. Did you pass that down?
Yes, I did.
Hey, no, I like that. No hesitation. Yes, I did. This is so tell us how you got into boxing then, and then we'll work our way down the family tree.
Well, I was in karate and kickboxing, but I've always liked the contact sports. I always had my kids in boxing, different contact sports. So that's where it kind of started.
Well, now, how did your mother feel when you came home with your first bloody nose?
I didn't come home with a bloody nose. I think the other person did.
Oh, okay, all right. I hear that. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I heard this is like a 3-generation thing. Grandma, then your mother, and you.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we have enough. K9 has a son that's in boxing, and I asked his son, how do you, like, at some time, like, just get them out of your head? Do you ever get that notion to say, like, just, enough? You know what I'm saying? I just want to be grandma and granddaughter. I don't want to be boxer. Do you ever get in that particular mood, or do you get it and don't let anybody know?
No, you know what? We have a relationship where we go to the mall, we hang out together. So boxing is one thing, and then another thing, hanging out. So we separated both.
Okay. All right. And Kayla, how young were you when you got in, when you decided that this is what you wanted to do?
When I was 9.
Oh, okay. Now, have you turned pro, or are you getting ready to be amateur? Or are you trying to go to the Olympics? What's kind of next for you?
I want to go. I would like to earn a gold medal in the Olympics as pro, but as of right now, COVID, what's going on, I might just turn pro sooner than expected.
Is she ready, Grandma?
I would rather go to the Olympics for accomplish that. She is ready. She's always ready. She's always ready. That's she works really, really hard every single day. That's why she's where she's at, because she works really hard.
Now, how did Mom come and fit into this?
My mom is a boxer as well. So she's my coach, and she trains alongside me.
K9, you wanna get in there a little bit? You know, K9 has a son in boxing. He has a daughter that he says is really good in boxing, but he also says, like if he puts his daughter in the ring, he might have to leave the house. So so K9, you want to get in here a little bit?
Yes, ladies. Welcome to the show. I don't know if I know who I am. I'm K9 Bunches, 2-time world champ too. So I'm familiar with the sport of boxing on the highest level. You don't look like you're an actual fighter. You normally they come on here. You know what I mean? They got their hair up and ready to go. You look like you just came from off a date or something.
She just came from training.
Okay. You didn't, huh?
That's a compliment because I just came from practice right now. So.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So you ain't sparred today because I don't see no blood coming out your nose and.
I did it today, to be honest. I was sorry.
Yeah, she did spark, but no blood.
Yeah.
Is it hard? Because I know from being in the gym that the times have changed. So it's a lot of more women that actually boxes now. Do you actually get a lot of work? I guarantee you. I bet you. I know without even have to ask you that you get more sparring with the dudes, with young boys or young men than you do women.
Yes.
Because it's not enough women to go around to actually get the work.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some.
And do the young men that you're sparring with, do they take it easy on you if they're bigger than you? Because we know that the average man and the average female, if you put them both against each other and they both the same size, that the average man is a little stronger.
Yeah.
But in being stronger, he shouldn't be trying to hit a female real hard because she's a female. That's why women fight women in the boxing world, and men fight men.
Yes. Honestly, it's just facts. Like, guys are stronger than us, but it does help me. They do go hard on me, but it helps me to be better, it pushes me. So when I do spar a girl or fight a girl, it's not at that competitive level, so I have the upper hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
What weight class do you fight at?
112.
112. Oh, you little. Okay, 112. Yeah. How many fights have you had?
52. Or 54, actually.
54. And so you said you knew you wanted to box at the age of 9. When did you start boxing?
At the age of 9.
Oh, so you knew you wanted to box at the age of 9. You started boxing at the age of 9.
Right away.
Right away. And so is your dad around? Did your dad approve, or your mama said, "Hey, this is what we all did. My mama did it. I did it, and she gonna do it."
My mom's a single parent, so she was like, she's okay with it. She was like, "You want to do it? I'll do it with you," and we just did it together. We started together.
Her other mom's not too happy about her doing this, but I am.
Okay.
There's some family members that are like, iffy about it, but at the end of it, it's what I want, and I'm successful at it.
Okay. Y'all ever thought about doing a reality show or a documentary or something? The Charlie the Angels or something?
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Wow. That's deep. So wow. So your grandmama was the one that started this, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
amazing. And how many fights did you have?
Me?
Yeah.
Like, I can't even count.
No, we mean in the ring.
Not
Yeah, I'm talking about in the ring. Yeah, in the ring where you wouldn't go to jail if you hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Did you have any amateur fights, any pro fights?
For me, no.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
She just like
I took karate kickboxing, but I didn't compete. Like I didn't, but
she just trained.
I just trained.
Okay.
You trained your daughter.
Yes.
Okay.
And what would you consider your daughter's style? Since you came from a kickboxing background, was she a slugger? I would imagine that she had, if nothing else, she had very good footwork.
Yeah, she did. And you know what? She's a powerful fighter.
Very powerful. Like,
yeah.
And
No,
go ahead, Jay.
Did your mom fight professional at all?
No, she's still fighting alongside me for like the Olympics and stuff.
Okay.
She
Yeah.
amateur.
Yeah, she amateur.
Yeah.
Oh, she amateur. She ain't went pro yet. How
No.
old is she? How
The
old is
woman, K9, you know you don't ask a woman her age. Come on
No,
now.
but I'm saying, like, you know,
She might tell you for real, and then what you gonna say? Oh my
no,
goodness.
no. Listen, I'm confused because you got the grandmama, you got the daughter, and you
And
got
mom's not there.
yeah. Wow. What? Yeah. So mom's still at the gym then right now.
Yeah, probably. She's probably at the gym right now.
Wow. So y'all some sisters that average guy ain't gonna mess with. You know how a guy say, "Oh, he finds the weakest link. Let me go ahead and boy, you're in trouble messing with y'all."
And she's gonna meet us here tomorrow. We're gonna go to Louisiana for the nationals. So she's on her way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
you know what? The Nationals is underway right now, JK. I ain't know if you knew that, but yeah. I normally go to the tournaments with my son, but
Yeah.
you know I'm currently training Ben Askren, so we wasn't able to go to the tournaments this time. So she's in the tournament.
She's gonna come for us because we're in Houston and she's in El Paso.
Yeah, but we're going over there.
Yeah, we're going.
Okay. Is she in the Masters? Is she in the Masters, or she actually can fight right now against anyone?
Yeah, she's elite right now. She's not that old.
Okay. You know, no. I'm just asking because I only had 10 amateur fights myself, so I'm just learning about the amateur game on the fly.
Yeah.
Even though I won 2 world titles, I only had 10 amateur fights, so I didn't go to the nationals or none of that. So like I said, I'm learning as we go.
Yeah. It's 18 to 40, I believe.
Okay. Who inspires you to other than your grandmama, your mama, who inspired all y'all to actually, or who actually that's fighting right now, that's a female that you look up to that say, I want to be like her, or I want to make the kind of money she making?
Honestly, I just focus on myself and just but money wise, because boxing, I'm like the only competition is myself. There's a lot of many. I can't even name like how many fighters I love.
There's so many.
There's so many,
fighters.
but I don't know. Probably Katie Taylor. Like money wise, money and professionally. So I'll go with Katie Taylor.
What is it something that you could do right now as a fighter, a female fighter, that will stand out more than the average female fighter, that the people remember you and say, hey, we got to get her that money that we gave Ronda Rousey?
I'm not a one-dimensional fighter. Like, I'm a very awkward fighter. That's what many people say.
Yeah.
Sounds like K9.
Sounds like K9, right?
Hard, because you could train hard, but it's like mental, So my heart, like, it doesn't matter who I'm up against. She's ready.
Yeah. Do any promoters? I know, because I know a lot of the well, not just promoters, but really the matchmakers or the people that's up under the actual boxing companies go out there and scout. Do you see anyone trying to scout you or coming to you, giving you a card after your fights or anything, or noticing you that's paying attention to you and you notice like, yeah, he looking at me, he must want to sign me, he with Golden Boy, he with someone?
There's been a lot of like professional sites that want to like scouting me and stuff, but as like I don't know if I want to turn professional yet, so I'm like a little waiting on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So when you go pro though, who's going to be your manager? Your mama, your grandmama? I mean, is it standing the team? Are they going to advise you?
Hey, Sister Sledge, it's a family affair, man. Come on.
Right. That's what I'm saying. How you going to approach? How y'all going to approach it? How are y'all, the team?
We will be here managers, but we will probably get somebody that's more experienced in this business as far as like money wise and contracts and stuff like that, because I mean we don't know about that stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah,
getting her to these tournaments, getting her the work for her to be where she's at. So as far as that department, we're not too good with it, so we'd probably get somebody to take care of that.
Somebody that's trustworthy, you know.
Yeah,
'cause, you
for
know.
sure.
Team Gomez. My wife is my manager, and guess what? It would be an all girls team. You know, she'd be a good advisor and all that. Her name's SB, but yeah, she actually sat down in Golden Boy's office, and she sat down and read the contract and everything, and put a great contract together. And in that contract, I got $350,000. Let me rewind that. $350,000 in a contract that she put together for me. Yeah. So keep that in mind. All right. Yeah.
Have you been able to train with any of the girls from Colorado, or do you mostly train on your own?
Everywhere. Like I train. Like I just came back from Cali, Dallas, Connecticut, New York.
Okay.
Getting experience everywhere. So I train everywhere, to be honest.
Yeah. So Cry Hippie want to know. He want to know: are you undefeated?
No. I've like in my amateurs, I have in like my beginning fights.
Yeah. I guess this period. I mean, I could answer that because it could be a fight that you actually won. That if the referee don't like you, where is that person? So I could answer that, and at the end of the day, it ain't really about all the wins and losses. It's about developing and getting better and getting to the next level.
Exactly.
And going to the Olympics if you can. If you don't go pro before then,
Yeah,
because of COVID.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You good.
Yeah. So, can you tell us where you're training while you're in Texas?
I'm with Coach K. He trains Shakir Stevenson and Michaela Myers, and he called me down here and to come down, and we're here.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And how long are you going to stay there before you have to start? Meet your mom and getting ready for the nationals.
Tomorrow.
We got here on Sunday, so we've had a pretty good workout so far.
Okay.
Good coach, and we're really happy to be here and for him to take the time to work with her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And was there any particular thing that you worked on? Did you acquire the knowledge that you came there to acquire, or did you find that there was something that maybe that you had missed, and now that you want to give that a little extra attention also?
No, we're training 3 times a day, conditioning, sparring, touching up, the work technique.
There's always space for improvement.
Exactly.
So any little thing that she can get, better, that's even better for her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I know they be live streaming the fights and everything. Do you know exactly when you will be fighting and what time?
They tell us the tournament. It's always different, but when I find out, I'll tell you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Or make sure that we can get in touch with Bob, and Bob lets us know, because we would love to as you progress, we would love to progress with you. And then don't forget us. Once you get your hand raised over there in the Olympics and get that gold medal, it's like, hey, K9, and we was on the Dawg pound.
That's right.
So
but tomorrow, though. I mean, I think ain't that tomorrow or the next day?
No, the tournament starts next week, but we're going tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. The tournament is about to actually start. It's like a tournament.
Yeah.
It's a big tournament. It's the first tournament since COVID.
Yeah.
Is this one in Lake Charles also?
No, it's in Shreveport.
Okay.
And it's probably over 1,000 fighters there.
I think it's the big one so far.
Yeah, because usually we have qualifiers to qualify for tournament, but this time everybody's going, so there's probably more people now.
Absolutely. Like I say, if I wasn't in camp, training Ben Askren, I know Jake Paul, so I'm training Ben Askren, who's going to fight Jake Paul. So if I wasn't in camp with him right now, I would definitely be there with my son, because he would be fighting for sure.
Okay, your son?
Huh?
Your son fights nationally?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, you know my boxing name K9, so he little K9. Yeah, yep. So yeah,
That's amazing. Tell him to keep going hard.
you got to, exactly. Yeah. I think somebody say you look like what's say Miss Gomez. Let me say K9, great as you cover the whole boxing scene with the real advice, man. Okay, yeah. Somebody said I have to make sure they was saying something nice before I put up on the screen.
Jabril Bay. I wonder if he's any kin to Mickey.
Yeah.
But it was very nice of you to take time out, and I know you've trained all day, so you probably wanted to get you some rest and before you get on the road tomorrow. But I had as soon as I heard about this story, I had to bring you guys on.
Yeah.
And we hope to have you back. When we can get all three of you on, and we'll promise to make a party of it. We'll make it fun, if nothing else. So
yes.
So thank you guys so much for coming on the show. Why don't you give us your social media and any final thoughts you want to give us before you leave the dog pound? K9, you got anything you want to add before I turn it over to them?
Yeah, I was just gonna say a family that trains together remains together.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank y'all for coming on the dog pound. Yeah, give us our social media, whatever, huh?
Thank you guys for having us. And I've been training a lot, so I kind of got on here late, but it was an honor to speak with you guys. And my Instagram is Kayla Gomez, and on Facebook it's Kayla Gomez as well. Yeah, so it's easy to find me. My nickname's The Truth.
Okay.
What was it?
It's The Truth.
Oh my! Come on now! You know what that means now. You got to live up to that one. That you set the bar real high with that one. The truth.
The truth. Yeah. Hey, your grandma like she can get out there and spar. She's like she ready to do something.
Grandma, you work the mitts with her sometimes?
Yeah, I do. I work with her.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. Like I said,
you having us on here.
Yeah, all day. Yeah, appreciate y'all. Go ahead, get y'all some rest, and God bless y'all. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
All right, cheers.
Yeah, K9, hey, like I said, man, you be surprised, the different stories that you have just within the sport of boxing itself.
That's true.
We stayed on. I know we stayed on a little later than usual to get them on. So I'll tell everybody my social media. Of course, Facebook, JEK3. That'll give you access to the Dog Pound, the Weekend Wrap. If you want to, hit me up. We can talk a little politics. And K9, I got a Detroit guy.
Yeah.
On my sports cast.
I want somebody.
He's a Detroit Lion fan, and his name is Demetrius Vegas. He's from Detroit. Played. So it's hard to find a sports show without finding some of you Detroit people around. I don't know what it is, but I know you guys like sports, but y'all got to start winning. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Anyway, you got a lot of world champions individually, but you ain't got none in football, baseball. Let's try, But hey, how many two-time Super Bowl champs you got in your city? Yeah, that's what I thought. But hey, I can't say that because I live in San Diego and they ain't got no sports teams down this, So
no, it's all good. Hey, listen, we win in some kind of way. That's the main. Somebody doing something, we win in some kind of way. Hey,
well, there's a couple heavyweight champions out here now. Chris Bird is out here. I mean,
hey, come on, somebody.
That's and we don't have Michael, but we got Tito. We got this. Anyway,
speaking of Michael, Mike Tyson's real name is Michael, and it's Streets, breaking news that Mike Tyson is fighting Evander Holyfield, May 29th. So everything I said earlier, we gonna erase because he's going to fight. Word on the streets. He's about to fight. He's about to fight Evander Holyfield. So May 29th. So
they're gonna use headgear this time, though, right?
Maybe on one side because already go right. Yeah, well, that's good though, man. I guess they might have coughed up the money. Maybe they gave him 35 more million, you know? Yeah. So hey, that's good though, man.
They might have caught Mike with a blunt in his hand and only gave him 25.
Yeah. Hey, man, it is what it is. Hey, maybe next week we'll have Nick Brown vlogs on. You know, I know he's a Jake Paul fan, and you know, I'm definitely not a Jake Paul fan, but you know, he definitely wants to tap in. So maybe, you know, we'll see what happens next week.
Hey, what my man say? I'll be his Huckleberry. You ain't gotta worry about it.
A little controversy, like my wife said, a little controversy always sell.
Yeah. Hey, I'll bring you a whole barnyard full of controversy. You don't have to. Hey, we can get down. You know, like we didn't have the truth, so you know. Hey, I'm gonna tell the truth. Bring him on. What's that? All right, man. Well, hey, you know, take us on home. Tell us what's going on.
Oh yeah, man. Listen, you can follow me at K9 Boxing on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and of course on this channel right here at K9 Boxing. So man, one love, man. Appreciate you, JK, as usual. That good gear be getting to you probably over the weekend, man. I see you real soon. Hashtag dogs us, my dog. Yeah.
All right,
my bro.
Later on, my dog.